It's so crazy to me because I'm asked so many times if I'm resentful in any type of way for where the WNBA is right.
Candace Parker just said what every Caitlin Clark fan has been thinking all season, and it's something the WNBA's old guard didn't want to hear. We all hoped a new season would bring a better attitude toward Caitlin and her fans, but instead, the noise has only gotten louder. The criticism feels harsher, the double standards more obvious than ever. And then, Candace, a true WNBA legend, stepped in and flipped the entire conversation. No drama, no chaos, just pure common sense truth. The kind that cuts through all the negativity and makes people stop and think. Because here's the reality. The more Caitlin wins, the more the backlash seems to grow. And honestly, that says more about the league than it does about her. Candace didn't just defend Caitlin, she exposed the bigger picture. And it might be the biggest, calmest clapback yet to all the critics. So the real question is, will the league finally listen? Or will they keep ignoring what's right in front of them?
Out of women's basketball, for a horrible team when she arrived, outside of LeBron and Steph, she is the most well-known basketball player currently playing in the United States.
Oh, yes. And I don't think that's close.
The WNBA is exploding right now. And let's be honest, it's all because of Caitlin Clark. It's not even a debate anymore. She's not just the most popular player in league history. She might be the biggest athlete in America right now. Period. Look at the members. Last season saw record-breaking TV ratings, sold-out arenas, and merchandise selling out everywhere. And this year, it's even bigger. Every game feels like an event. Viewership is skyrocketing. Tickets are gone in minutes, and the hype just keeps growing. This isn't a moment, it's a movement. The Caitlin Clark effect isn't slowing down, it's taking over.
It is the second highest viewership, which is like average viewership. However, it was the highest peak of any game ever on CBS.
Fans are tuning in to watch Caitlin Clark and the Fever in record-breaking numbers this season. It started with 1.3 million viewers for a preseason game against Brazil. Yes, preseason. Then came the season opener, 2.7 million viewers against the Sky, the most watched WNBA regular season game in 25 years. And it didn't stop there. A recent matchup against the Liberty peaked at 3.3 million viewers. The Caitlin Clark effect was unstoppable, until suddenly everything changed. She got injured, and just like that, the momentum took a hit.
And now that Caitlin Clark is injured, the ticket prices for the Fever and Sky game just plummeted to Hades.
Ticket prices for Indiana Fever games without Caitlin Clark have absolutely crashed. Some reports say by as much as 300%. And while Fever games are still holding strong in TV ratings, the rest of the league, it's not even close. This should be a wake-up call for players, coaches, and the entire WNBA. Because here's the reality. Caitlin Clark is projected to generate over $1 billion in revenue this year alone. And that means one thing. The league is one serious injury away from losing all its momentum. So those big future deals players are talking about, without Caitlin driving the spotlight, it's a completely different conversation. And yet, instead of embracing what's clearly fueling this growth, the league keeps overcomplicating it. Rather than celebrating the moment, they keep shifting the focus away from what fans actually came to see, basketball.
The loudest mics, like I stated, are the ones that's race baiting. Not even bringing up the names, but all the people that I'm seeing that are tied within the WNBA media, coaches, all type of things. They are very resentful of Caitlin Clark, and I don't know why. It doesn't make sense when you have somebody that's doing what she's doing for the WNBA.
We're only a few games into the season, and it's already been one facepalm after another. The chaos started immediately. After the opener against the Sky, the league launched an investigation over alleged hate speech that turned out to be nothing. But by then, the damage was done. Instead of celebrating a historic debut and record-breaking moment, the headlines shifted to controversy. Once again, the focus wasn't on basketball, it was on drama. And Caitlin Clark, along with her fans, got pulled into a narrative that had nothing to do with what actually happened on the court.
You even though it's 100% false, by acknowledging we don't condone hate and not seeing that this was a internet rumor founded of complete bullshit, you're lending credence to this. There was none of that.
Out of that situation, a whole new narrative started to spread. Suddenly, people were claiming Indianapolis wasn't safe for players and labeling Caitlin Clark's entire fan base as toxic. Some even went as far as calling for the All-Star game to be moved. Others demanded bans over courtside heckling. And while all of that noise kept growing, something important got ignored. The very real criticism and negativity aimed at Caitlin and the Fever? Total silence. No statements, no support, nothing. And that silence is what's raising the biggest questions right now.
The kind of stuff that's being said to them, the stuff that's being said to Kelsey Mitchell, the kind of things that are being said to Natasha Howard are actually wild. People have taken a photo of these women and circled a bullseye on them and have said, "It's on site when I see you." Those are actual threats.
These weren't just rude comments. They crossed the line into real, targeted threats. The kind you'd expect a league to step in and strongly condemn, especially one that promotes inclusion and respect. But instead, silence. No statement, no defense, no support. And somehow, it's only gotten worse. Now it's reached a point where fans online are making bizarre accusations, like claiming Caitlin Clark is using her assistant coach's baby as a prop.
Caitlin Clark is getting some of the grossest, most morbid comments, racist, hateful. We're talking the cup runneth over with hate. Here, Kathy Engelbert, you're no space for hate. Where are you right now?
That's right. They're now attacking Caitlin Clark for simply holding a baby. That's where the conversation has gone. It's moved past criticism into pure conspiracy. And through all of it, the league still hasn't said a word. The negativity toward Caitlin and her fans hasn't faded. It's only gotten louder. Even with sold-out arenas and record-breaking numbers, there's still resistance to acknowledging her impact. And it feels like that starts at the top.
Kathy Engelbert, in this long, drawn-out article, goes on and gives herself credit for why the WNBA has finally entered some type of mainstream conversation.
Commissioner Kathy Engelbert even wrote a piece for the Harvard Business Review, but instead of highlighting the real star, she spread the credit everywhere else. Coaches, players, marketing, front office strategy, you name it, everyone got a shout out. But Caitlin Clark? Barely mentioned. The very person driving the league's success got almost no recognition, and that says a lot about where the focus really is.
To new followers and outside observers, our organization's success might seem overnight and even lucky, prepared by a singularly exceptional group of college players coming into the WNBA. However, we could not have capitalized on those advantages without years of hard work and preparation. Years of hard work and preparation. It might have seemed like it came overnight.
She seriously minimized Caitlin Clark's impact more than a McDonald's Fountain Coke dilutes syrup. In the article, Engelbert grouped Caitlin in with Angel Reese and Cameron Brink, claiming that as these rookies entered the league, regular season games averaged 1.2 million viewers, a 170% jump from the previous season. But we all know the truth. It was Caitlin's games driving those numbers. And yet, because the old guard can't handle that she's getting all the credit, there's a non-stop scramble to hand out praise to everyone else, just not her.
They just can't. They just can't not even wrap their head around. They can't just accept, okay, this person is more popular than me, or this person is more popular than the player that we want to push.
Jealousy, that's normal. But what we're seeing here goes way beyond that. There's this strange need to knock Caitlin Clark down just to feel better about themselves. And all too often, people point to racism as the reason she's getting all the attention, as if it has nothing to do with her record-breaking performance. She shattered 62 WNBA records, made first-team All-Star, ranked 4th in MVP voting, and lifted a struggling team into the playoffs in her rookie season. Whether people admit it or not, what Caitlin brings benefits everyone. When the spotlight is on her, it doesn't just stop there. It shines on the entire league.
When they play in these arenas where there are 15 to 20,000 people in the stands, they are in front of people that they haven't been in front of before. That is an opportunity for all of us fans to get to know all the players on the court, all of the players in the WNBA, to pick new favorite players, to pick other teams that we want to follow along.
Legends are already speaking up. People who actually built this league and know what's at stake. Lisa Leslie, Hall of Famer and one of the most respected voices in women's basketball, didn't hold back. When she spoke, it was like mic dropped the entire WNBA.
I think it's all about money, marketing, and we cannot deny what Caitlin Clark has done for the women's game. I'm not going to act like it's something that we don't see. She's had a huge effect, called the Caitlin Clark effect. Yes, have we ever had teams have to get into larger arenas to play against a team? No, we have not. So if we have more eyeballs on the game and Caitlin Clark brings that, why would we feel some kind of way because she has more television games?